All right, I call this Eden County Board of Commissioners Board meeting on Wednesday, September 17th to order. If we all rise for invocation and pledge allegiance, please. Commissioner DeRosa.
Let's bow our heads, please. Our Father God, we come to you with thanksgiving and praise, Father. Father, we thank you for this privilege to serve the residents of Eaton County. And Father, we thank you for giving us wisdom in how to do that, how to perform that task, Father. Father, we want to be diligent about the county's business. And Father, we need your guidance to do so. So be with us this evening. Father, again, we thank you for this time together, and we lift this all up in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk Bosworth, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Arndt. Commissioner Peak.
Here.
Commissioner Haskell.
Here.
Commissioner Pearl Wright.
Here.
Commissioner Whitaker.
Here.
Commissioner Moudry.
Here.
Commissioner Jones.
Here.
Commissioner Drosha.
Here.
Commissioner Toomey.
Here.
Commissioner Hanson.
Here.
Commissioner Christensen.
Here.
Commissioner Holmes.
Here.
Commissioner Barber. Chairman Mott.
Here. Are there any additions to the agenda or changes?
No, sir.
All right. Can I have a motion to accept the, moved by Commissioner DeRosa, supported by Commissioner Arndt. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, we have the minutes from the August 8th special and the closed meeting minutes, and August 20th, the regular meeting minutes. A motion to approve? Moved by Commissioner DeRosa, supported by Commissioner Pearl Wright. No? Commissioner Whitaker? Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, that brings us up to communications. We have a special, I don't know if that's the right term, but kind of a sad announcement. So Controller Sobey.
Yes, our construction code director late this afternoon, received notification that our employee Clarence Parks passed away suddenly, just worked yesterday. So we will do a resolution and invite his family to come next month. It was obviously short notice, but we wanted to let you know.
Okay. Let's all just take a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Okay, in our communications, we have a Kalamazoo County resolution opposing the DHHS plan to improve competitive procurement process for the PIHP. That's on page 7 and 8. We also have a Berrien County resolution supporting SB 293 and 294, creating effective bond or forfeit process for animals seized due to pending or active court cases. That's on page 9 and 10 of your packet. We also have an Eaton Rapids Senior Center request for funding on page 11 and 12. And we also have a letter there from elimination of the funding for Eaton County's MSU extension. That's on page 13 of your packet. And that brings us to the retirement recognition resolutions. We have Colette Scrimger and Ross Tyrell. Do I have a motion to accept? Moved by Commissioner Haskell, supported by Commissioner Pearl Wright. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, Colette, you're first up. Could you meet me at the podium, please? All right, whereas Colette Scrimger will be retiring from the Barry Eaton District Health Department on September 30th, 2025. And whereas Colette worked for the Barry Eaton District Health Department from June 29th, 1998 to September 30th, 2025, for a combined total of over 27 years of service. Whereas Colette served as the Eaton County Health Officer for the past 13 years, and whereas the Eaton County Health Officer, Colette, led the Health Department in efforts to protect the community through a variety of public health threats such as foodborne outbreaks, Legionella, EEE, avian influenza, measles, and the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm glad there wasn't too many hard words in there. Whereas Colette also led the Health Department in promotion of health by developing services related to health care access, dental care access, and service for those with substance use disorders. And whereas the Eaton County Board of Commissioners seeks to recognize and express appreciation for Colette's years of public service and dedication to the residents of Eaton County. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners expresses its sincere gratitude for the years of exceptional service Colette Scrimgeour provided to the Barry Eaton District Health Department and our residents. Be it further resolved that this resolution of appreciation and support duly recorded and attached to the permanent records of the county on this 17th day of the month of September in the year 2025. Thank you, Colette.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you. It's hard to believe that this time has come. I've really enjoyed working for the health department and for the residents of the district. It wasn't always easy, but there was a lot of good that we did in the community. I'm very proud of the work of my staff over the years and the support from the commissioners over the years as well. I trust that you're in good hands moving forward. I know it's going to be a tough few years as we adjust to new funding and new requirements and changes at the federal and state and local level, but I'm confident in the abilities of the team, and I think the district will be in good hands. So thank you for your support, and I appreciate the resolution and the recognition.
Ross Tyrell. Well, looks like you haven't retired yet. Okay. All right, whereas Ross Tyrell will be retiring from Eaton County on October 10th, 2025. And whereas Ross worked in the sheriff's office and in a sheriff's deputy, as a sheriff's deputy from November 1st, 1999, a lieutenant from March 9th, 2017, and captain from January 3rd, 2023, and is retiring with 22 years of service. And whereas Ross has provided dedicated and honorable service to the residents and employees of Eaton County. And whereas the Eaton County Board of Commissioners seeks to recognize and express appreciation for Ross's years of public service. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners expresses its sincere gratitude for the years of exceptional service Ross provided to Eaton County. And be it further resolved that this resolution of appreciation and support be duly recorded and attached to the permanent records of the county on this 17th day of the month of September in the year 2025. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you. Thank you. You sure? Yes. Thank you. Cheryl, you wanna speak? You okay?
Ross is the shy one. But yes, I've known Ross since I was elected in 2012 as sheriff. He's done a fabulous job. When we had a captain's position open in the jail as a jail administrator, Ross stepped up to take that position on, and he's done a great job in the jail, and he will be missed. So congratulations, Ross. We're going to be missed, okay? All right. This is always home. All right. Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to number 8 on our agenda, which is limited public comment. If you'd like to approach the board, please come on up to the podium, state your name, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes, please.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for this opportunity. My name's Andy Shaver. I'm a resident in Chester Township. And I just wanted to come and speak momentarily as a reminder that it's some 250 days now that District 1 has not had any representation on this board. And some of the most important decisions that our county is making are being made during this time. So please, I implore you to consider the citizens of District 1. It's geographically 25%, 1/4 of our county that has 0 representation at this moment. We do have an election November 4th, but that is a long ways out. There's decisions that you guys are making every meeting that are affecting people that don't have any elected official to represent them. And so when you're considering things that are going to affect the cost sharing or services provided to our rural communities in District 1, please remember they don't have a voice here other than in public comment. Again, thank you.
Anyone else would like to approach the board? All right, seeing none, we will move on. Next up, we have Public Works and Human Services Committee with Commissioner Drosha, or I mean Commissioner Barber, excuse me. Sorry.
It's been 9 months, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. We met on September 3rd. During our August meeting, we had 2 board members that were absent. And in our September meeting, we had one of those same members absent again. This is a pattern that violates Article 9 of the board's rules. However, our bylaws currently lack clear definition of excused absence, as well as define the purpose of requesting those excused absence. These absences threaten the ability to maintain quorum, which is critical to conducting the board's business and fulfill our responsibility. To address this, I propose that we convene the Rules Committee immediately to establish a clear definition of excused and a formal process for requesting excused absences, Mr. Chair.
What is our current rules on that? Is it?
Point of order, is this on the agenda? On my agenda, I have resolution to approve an amendment to the zoning ordinance. I don't have absences on the agenda.
I think this is some business we probably should be taking up and put on the agenda for another meeting.
Okay, it will be. All right, then. I have a resolution to approve the zoning, the map to amend the zoning ordinance. I move it.
Moved by Commissioner Barber, supported by Commissioner Drosha. Any questions, comments on that? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
This concludes my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next up, we have Public Safety Committee with Commissioner Holmes.
Thank you, Chairman. We have 2 action items from our meeting on September 4th. A resolution to approve the intensive detention reentry program agreement with Department of Corrections, and a resolution to approve the Westside Residential Alternative Prison agreement with the Department of Corrections. Both they will be extending it for 1 year, has been, and I'd move this together.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Holmes, supported by Commissioner Drosha. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
That would conclude my report.
Do we have one? Did you do the rap? Did you do those? Okay. I was out to lunch. All right, next up, we have Ways and Means Committee with Commissioner Drosha.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have a long list here this evening. First, item number one in your packet is resolution to approve Barry Eaton District Health Department technology contract, and I would approve this I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Holmes. Any questions or comments? Commissioner Haskell.
Just for those that were not a part of Ways and Means, reminding that this is seeking to kind of wind down that service that we provide. I think we're on a path for 2 years, correct? Okay, and then after that, no more.
Okay, any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next item is revising parameters for starting salaries, a letter of agreement with POAM Sheriff Non-Supervisory Group. And I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Barber. All those in favor, or any questions or comments?
No changes.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 3 is change to educational requirements, letter of agreement with COAM Sheriff Supervisory Group, and that is on page 35 of your packet. I should mention those. And I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Haskell. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion
Thank you,
carries.
Mr. Chair. Item number 4, resolution to approve fiscal year 24-25 budget amendments on pages 37 through 39 of your packet, and I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Pearl Wright. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
All right.
Motion
Again,
carries.
thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 5, we've been discussing a purchasing policy. It's in your packet on pages 40 and 41, and I would move this change.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Christensen. Any questions or comments? Commissioner Haskell.
Yeah, just again, not any questions, but for those that did not get a chance to tune in to Ways and Means, this is just the start. This kind of makes us eligible for, I can't remember the term, but a set of grants, right?
It allows us to not have to capitalize equipment that is under 10,000. We're currently at 5,000, so it allows us to adhere to the federal granting award guidelines.
Right. But I think we're still planning on meeting and kind of fleshing it out even further.
We have a lot of work to do on it.
It's going to take a few meetings. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? No. Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Mr. Chair, item number 6, resolution approving Eaton County participation in any future and present national opioid settlement agreements. And would the Controller's Office like to address this at all?
Sure. So previously, the Board of Commissioners had given the controller the authorization in 2023 to enter into any of the opioid settlement agreements or participation or voting to participate. Given the fact that we have a new board, we wanted to reaffirm this resolution. But we also had 2 more settlements that came up, and we received from the National Legal Counsel the information. So what we want to do is ensure that we can participate at any given moment so that we're not missing any of those funds to serve our residents. So this is, again, just something that you had allowed me to do. We have entered into the new agreements, and one is related to a bankruptcy with Purdue, and then there's a separate agreement that goes along with that. And then there is a brand-new list of agreements that came through that we can enter into. So again, just reaffirming and making sure it's this board that's giving that authority to me.
Thank you.
All right. Was that moved and seconded? Yeah, okay. Second by Commissioner Holmes. Any questions or comments?
Yeah.
Commissioner Peak.
There was discussion at the Ways and Means about the Sheriff Department having programs for some of this funding. Is there something else that the Barry Eaton Health Department can have access to these funds, have other programs?
So we have a grant process, so anyone who has programs that meet the qualifications of the settlement agreements can apply for them, and those are done each year. So I believe it's in April that we will send them out again. And obviously, we welcome programs that meet the needs of this epidemic that occurred, so.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? All right, seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. Moving on to item number 7, resolution to amend Resolution 25-3-36, authorizing DNR trust fund application, and I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Pearl Wright. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 8, resolution opposing House of Representatives fiscal year 26 budget cuts to county revenue sharing. I don't know that it's been made official. I don't know what the discussion is, but I would move this resolution also.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Peak. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. Okay.
Have we heard anything from our legislators on this as of yet?
No, just that it was put through, and we're just waiting to see what happens.
This
See if
would, last
government shutdown.
I read, this would result in a budget or a funding cut to Eaton County in particular of, I think, $500,000.
Yeah, based on where they set the amount, it's back to 2023, 2024. And if I go back and look, that's what we're looking at. It was a % cut, but it's a distribution that they give out. So it looks to be, it would be about a $500,000 loss to the county.
So not good news at all. Thank you, Connie.
Commissioner Hanson.
Yes, this is referring to the state legislature and not the federal house.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item 9, resolution to reduce meeting per diem and taxable millage compensation for county commissioners, and I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Barber. I'm going to start off comments, and this might surprise you. Maybe not, but I oppose this, and I'm going to tell you why. We have been at the bottom of the barrel for I don't know how long, as far as salaries, per diem, miles. And I don't look at the pay, I don't look at the per diem, I don't look at any of that stuff. But what I do look at is the value we put on what we do here. We just passed an increase for our employees because we value what they do. We put a value on it. We put a value on everything we buy, what we do. It's a monetary value. That's just what we do. And in my opinion, if the principle works for people of this county and we increase their pay because we value what they do, we want them to stay. We want to encourage people to be able to come to here and work and get a good pay. In my opinion, this is the same thing. If the principle works in the rest of the county, in our employees, it works here. We're not getting rich. We're at the bottom of the barrel. I have no plans or to bring any salary increase, although I think that needs to be addressed sometime down the road. It's a matter of value. And if you value what you're doing, we're making pretty big decisions for the people that work here and for the people in this county. It's not about whether you need the money or not. It's not about the dollar figure. It's about the value you want to place on what you're doing. And in my opinion, this would be going in the wrong direction. In the beginning of the year, I reduced the amount of meetings. We used to have 5 committee meetings, and we reduced it down to 3. That reduced the per diem. That reduced the mileage. So we've already done it, in my opinion. So that's the reason I'm going to oppose this. Again, it's not about the pay. I mean, I understand if it passes, people might get a pat on the back for it by some of the constituents. I understand that. And I understand that my position may be unpopular, but I look at it at a value issue. So, but I'll open up to anybody else who wants to make a comment. Commissioner Holmes.
I was just reminded last Thursday, talking to a resident, their comment was, you ought to go line by line. And I'm thinking, you haven't been watching very many things. We've been doing that. We're realizing the line for commissioners hadn't been addressed yet. And that would be the big reason I brought this forward. So, yeah, there's either side, it's the choice of the commissioners here and the people who voted the millage down to cut revenue that we have to go around. So that'd be my comments.
And I understand that, and I know this is coming from a good place. I know you well enough. But in my opinion, this doesn't move the needle on our budget. Commissioner Haskell.
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to maybe surprise some people in the room too, and switch my vote from what it was in Ways and Means as well. And a lot of the reason being is after going home and thinking about it was a lot of the things you said, Mr. Chair. In particular, I had mentioned that I hadn't turned in a per diem since the last millage failed. And the more I thought about it, that was a choice that I made. I didn't force that on anyone else. And I think when we talk about the caliber of individuals that we seek to come in here, that your comments are spot on. So I will be opposing the resolution as well.
Anybody else who would like to make a comment? Nope. All right, with that, we'll vote. All those in favor? All those opposed?
No.
No.
Motion fails.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. Next item are claims and purchases, so we should probably pay our bills at this point, so I'd move to pay our bills.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Hanson. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And lastly, item 11 is a resolution to adopt 25-26 Eaton County budget and winter tax rates. And I would move this resolution.
Moved by Commissioner Drosha, supported by Commissioner Arndt. Any questions or comments?
I just need to make one comment. From the public hearing, we made changes to the budget. Those were presented at Ways and Means. But we also, the motion was to reduce the budget by the $19,000 for the commissioner compensation. So if we're putting that back in, Melissa and I spent an awful lot of time taking it out. I appreciate putting it back in. I just need you to know that the dollar amount will have to be amended before we put it back in by the $19,942, I believe it is.
Commissioner Whitaker, I think I saw your hand. Okay, Commissioner Haskell.
I just want to clarify, that's 19,000 for the entire line item of the commissioners, not per commissioner.
Oh, right, correct.
Because we've had people come in before saying that we make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year.
Good distinction.
So I don't want to
Good catch.
have this be like reigniting that.
Commissioner Arndt.
I received a phone call from a constituent on the 12th, and she just had one question to ask about the budget process, and I actually didn't have an answer for her, and she was wondering why we didn't consider payless days, which was something that the state of Michigan apparently was doing about 12 years ago for their budget problems. I couldn't speak to that, and I never worked for the state of Michigan.
So I can speak to that back in 2008 when we made cuts, and again in 2017 and 18. There was discussion around doing that. It was to reduce the pay down to 32-hour work week, down to a 35-hour work week, having employees take unpaid leaves. That employees were not going to stay. You're going to have some that stay. You're going to have employees that don't stay. I think we've said all along throughout this budget process that our issue was compensation. Like it or not, we have a compensation structure issue and a dollar amount issue. So reducing it by, while I appreciate that, the state of Michigan is different. I believe when the state did that, they did them on floating days.
They did?
Yes, so we don't have as many employees here as the state of Michigan does to cover and back up each other. So you're giving one more day off. Granted, it's without pay, but that's very stressful on a family that needs to meet their expenses. They came here to work, and I speak for all the employees, all the department heads, the elected officials, with respect to compensation again. You're going to take that away, what you just gave in a % pay increase to our employees. So it is something that has been discussed before. It's something this board could do at any time. It's not something that's in the budget currently.
And I think it also would be a policy, we would be going backwards. We've been budgeting our year-to-year budget on the backs of the employees, and I think this would be a move that would be doing that same type of thing, so. But, does that answer your question?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? All right, all those in favor? Yes. Commissioner Peak.
I had some concerns over some of the services that we cut. That on the May 30th meeting, this group got together and bipartisan action came up with a 30% cut to CMH, 25% cut to Barry Eaton Health, and then 30% to MSU Extension. And I thought that was a good gesture in good faith. I thought it was nice to see people working together. And then later, arbitrarily, we decided we're going to zero out some of these things. And then we find out the legal opinion, we can't zero out community mental health. And then we have the public come in and speak to us and give us their share, their opinions on our budget. And they pleaded with us to keep CMH. They pleaded with us to keep the funding for MSU Extension. And I think we should keep the funding for Barry Eaton Health. I think we can afford these. And if nothing else, I think we should go back to the bipartisan agreement, our original bipartisan numbers. And I was disappointed to see that we're still going to have these major cuts, even though I think we can afford this bipartisan numbers we had. And I'd like to see these changes in the budget back to those numbers.
I'll just, as far as CMH goes, I just remind everybody that we did the 100% knowing full well we couldn't do that. But what that did was it would trigger the attorney involvement so that we would know what we had to fund, because we knew there was a minimum. So I'll just speak on that one. But is there any other comments? Nope. What? Oh, okay. All right. Should we do the roll call vote? Is it necessary?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll call vote. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Arndt,
Aye.
Commissioner Peak,
No.
Commissioner Haskell,
Yes.
Commissioner Pearl-Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Whitaker,
Yes.
Commissioner Mudry,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones, Commissioner Drosha,
Yes.
Commissioner Toomey,
No.
Commissioner Hanson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes,
Yes.
Commissioner Barber, Chairman Mott.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's all I have for the resolutions. I'd just like to close with saying that I appreciate the input of the commissioners. This was a tough year. We were given a heads up last year as to what we'd be looking at, but when we finally dove into the numbers, it was very tough. And we made some tough decisions, and we got many calls about our decisions. But we have a budget that is operable for the next fiscal year, and hopefully, we'll see a revenue increase. I don't think we'll expect it from the state. I don't know where it's going to come from, but I'm optimistic that we'll see a revenue increase some way, somehow, that we could start bringing programs back into the county. But I think it was very necessary to make the cuts that we did to bring us to this point where we're still financially solvent, so we can still offer services to our county residents. So thank you, Mr. Chair. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. That brings us up to the administrator's report.
Yes, I just wanted to talk about one thing that we've talked about, and I've been very clear on the employees and what they've gone through. So I wanted to just share with the board, and I'd ask that Chad Powers, our facilities management director, stand up. We have an employee, Kirk Hewitt, who is our lead custodian. This is significant for the work that he's done and the work he did previously. His position was eliminated over at the sheriff's office in our 2017-18 cuts. So when he was watching, and he did watch all of these meetings, he had that in mind, thinking that employees are going to lose their jobs. We did have one employee who lost her job, but did take a position. When Kirk lost his job, a position for custodian came open, and he took it. He wanted to come back to the county, and he has stayed here with us for all these years, and I know Chad would like to talk about it. But I think the significance on what you all did in passing this budget and working on it was not lost in what employees saw.
Yeah, just to add some context to that, as Connie mentioned, he's seen a lot of changes here in the 25 years that he's been here, and obviously was concerned going into this process that there were going to be cuts and people losing jobs, and he felt that personally. And as this has worked out, and he's seen the process, and he's not alone. I mean, a lot of our employees are watching every move that is made in these meetings. But he reached out and he said, finally, I feel seen, heard, and appreciated from the top. That says a lot to this board as well as the administrator's office. He also said, I wish I was 15 years younger to work for the county even longer. So that tells you the employees that we have here, the dedication. You've heard me speak about it before, how loyal and dedicated they are. But that's just one example that we wanted to share, and it's appreciated. All the work that's been done that goes into this budget, and wanted to share that with you guys. So,
Well, thanks, Chad, and tell him we appreciate what he's doing.
oh, he's listening. He'll
Yeah, but he did. He sent individual cards to everyone in our office, and we came in a morning and had all of these cards. We actually hid Ben's so that he thought that he didn't get one. It was great, that you need to come to work. So Kurt, we did have fun with Ben on that one. But it was important for me to let you know, because you did have an impact this year. All of the employees watched. They watched as you did go through line by line and ask good questions and listen to what staff was telling you and listening to the departments and all the work that they did when they stood up on July 25th and let you know what they do and what the budget was going to impact them and how it impacts their employees. So I just want to let you know that's kind of like a really significant thing for us to see as staff, that you made that impact. So we appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Controller Sobey. All right, next up, we have elected officials' comment. Any elected officials that like to speak?
Good evening, Commissioners. I am Darius Raynette, Eaton County Treasurer. Got a couple of things I'd like to mention, some good news. As you know, we have a housing crisis, and I was invited to participate yesterday in a work group committee, the Charlotte Community Housing Work Group, and it had a number of individuals or stakeholders that are trying to address the issues surrounding affordable housing in the city of Charlotte. That included builders, people from banks, rental unit owners, and governmental officials. And we kind of were assigned into different groups, and we were asked to kind of work out what our opinion is on some of the issues or obstacles regarding housing. It's an ongoing thing, so I'll have a report on that later. But related to that, to the issue of housing, the county treasurer is the chair of the land bank, and Eaton County Land Bank, that is. And it was started in 2019 by my predecessor, so we don't have a lot of inventory, but I do have 2 successes that I would like to talk about. Last month, we were able to sell a lot in the city of Potterville on Cottage Avenue that had to be specially rezoned, but that was built, or is going to be, it has been purchased by a builder who is going to build a family house there. And then we are very close to also settling on the sale of another property in the village of Sunfield, which will, there was a dilapidated house there that was before I took over, and it was demolished, and now it was a vacant lot, and we were able to sell that to another builder. So, related to that is tomorrow in this area, in this room, we will have the first of 2 of our regularly annual foreclosed real estate auctions. It'll take place tomorrow night at 6. Registration is at 5. And information, a list of our properties, and also to register is on our auctioneer's website, Bibis USA. Either fortunately or unfortunately, I guess both, there's not too many properties that actually went to foreclosure. We have 8. We did have some others that we pulled back because of various issues. It's kind of an eclectic assortment, but I think that there's some nice houses and also kind of, well, let's just say a DIY special. So, yeah. And then lastly, excuse me. A few months ago, during the budget presentation, I explained that the treasurer's office is kind of the front line, or gets a lot of kind of frontline first point of contact for the public. And my staff gets a lot of calls or gets a lot of foot traffic, and they come to the counter. Well, I would like to share a compliment that I received from a taxpayer, Mr. Richard Wolf, who a little while ago contacted our foreclosure specialist, Amy Ide. And I'll paraphrase in the interest of time. Treasurer Renette, this morning, in an attempt to rectify a complex problem involving property transfer and taxation, I contacted your office, and Miss Amy Ide took my call. Ms. Ide listened patiently as we explained the gauntlet of offices we had contacted previously. Understanding that we had been passed back and forth from various offices several times already, she asked if she could put us on hold while she spoke directly with Eaton Rapids Township. When she came back on the line, she had a complete understanding of the issues and was able to resolve our concerns swiftly and effectively. Ms. Ide's proactive action and customer service focus reflected very positively on your office and bolstered our confidence in our county and local government systems. Her erudite knowledge of the tax system and her verbal skills helped us understand the complexities of this issue. Moreover, she arranged to gather and send us a detailed backup documentation that gives us peace of mind that the situation has been fully resolved. And Mr. Wolf continues, having spent 30 years as an Army officer and 10 years as an executive in the Department of Defense, I know how important it is in every team that every team member lean in to solve the public's problems and communicate effectively at all levels. Ms. Ide is clearly a gifted civil servant, and we are grateful that she's on the team. Respectively, Richard Wolf, LTC, USA, retired. And I think this is an accurate description of Ms. Ide, Amy Ide's work, as well it is my entire staff, Dawn, Caitlin, Sharon, and Crystal. And as Mr. Wolf writes, I've seen all the time, my team, my staff leans in to help when there's a need. As I said back a few months ago, well, I'm happy to share this because, as I said earlier, I believe that delivering good customer service is essential to building goodwill within the community. So, thank you.
Thank you, Treasurer Rainette. Appreciate the work that you and your staff are doing. Any other? No? Okay. Don't mean to pressure you. Okay. Moving on to commissioner comments. Any commissioners comment? Commissioner Christensen.
All right, I'm going to give it one more plug. I just wanted to send out another reminder that we're just a little over a week away from Woofstock, which is taking place downtown Charlotte at the old courthouse, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I got confirmation today we will have a couple of our K-9 units out there for some demonstrations with our deputies from Delta. And New Hope Pet Rescue will be on site from 10 to 2 doing $15 vaccinations, $20 heartworm tests, free microchipping. The first 300 microchips will be free. I did confirm that they'd like to keep this to Eaton County residents, but they're not opposing other counties as long as it's getting dogs safe, microchipped, and able to be tracked if they get loose. There's going to be some vendors, food, costume contest, dog kissing booth. Eaton County Parks Department will be on hand or on site doing some family fun games. So 10 to 4, the 27th, downtown courthouse should be a family fun day.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Arndt.
There is a chicken dinner fundraiser tomorrow supporting the Watson Community Club and their Watson Country School. It's the one-room schoolhouse on the corner of Benton and St. Joe in my district. It's running from, 4 to 7 p.m., and the silent auction ends at 7 p.m. It's just a good cause, and there's no government involvement in supporting this. It's just a nice thing to do.
Thank you. Any other commissioners? Commissioner Pro-Wright.
Okay, I just want to say it really was a tough budget year, and I am on Ways and Means. As we go forward, if we discover that there's different changes that might be able to be spent on some of these cuts that we've had to make for outside agencies, I will be watching. Okay.
Commissioner Mudry and then Commissioner Haskell.
I'm going to be a complete bore. I just want to relay a few things. When I went to the commissioner school, when I got elected, went to the commissioner school, and that's when they lay down, the Robert's Rules of Order and whatever. But I was actually up to speed already, being on the Delta Planning Commission, okay? But one portion of it, they kind of asked, what's your pay scale? What are you working with, whatever, And at the time, we were $35. And I was floored. Some of the commissioners, for whatever their job description is, they were getting 75, 100 or more. And they were getting benefits, they were getting health care, but it really didn't matter to me. I wanted to serve public service, but I remembered that, there's people getting a lot more money than me. And then we come to the budget tonight, and, it was tough, thinking back on all the cuts we made. And Connie, Ben, Jim all did a great job. It was tough. okay? But one thing I had to remember is that we had to have a budget tonight. We had to have a budget because an emergency financial manager would come in here and it would be ugly. They don't do the work like Connie and Ben and Jim on this budget. They go in there and the easiest thing they can do is get rid of people. That's true in corporations. Corporations want more profit, they get rid of people. And I couldn't have that. We had to have a budget tonight. Somehow, some way, we were gonna have to vote on that. And I'm proud of what we did. Jim, you did an outstanding job. I appreciate it. And Connie and Ben, I can't say enough. And Melissa, can't forget Melissa. Okay, thank you. I'm bored, or you, I'm done boring you.
Commissioner Haskell.
Oh, gosh, I have to follow up after that. Yeah, I just wanted to echo some of the statements made from my commissioners to the left and Commissioner Peak to the right of me. Obviously, a lot of the same feelings and comments that Commissioner Peak made during the budget vote, I share as well. I've never wanted to vote no on something more, but like Commissioner Moudry said, we had to have a budget, and like Commissioner Pearl-Wright said, you know, as we move forward, looking for those opportunities to make it better for the residents of Eaton County is what our mission should be.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Commissioner Peak.
Yeah, I do want to thank all of you for all your hard work. I don't want that to go unnoticed. I know I'm a little frustrated with where some of these numbers landed, but I do appreciate the hard work and the dedication to getting this done, and I do understand the importance of having a budget ready to go. So thank you for your hard work, and hopefully we can bring some of these things back as our revenue increases.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Hanson?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to say a few things. I'm going to go off track here a little bit from county business probably, but in the last 10 days, a lot of sadness has taken place in my life and the life of probably many of you, many others, that 10 days ago, one of my closest and dearest friend, Marcia Howe, passed away and left a void in my heart at this time. And she was a remarkable lady from Mr. Toomey's district in Diamond-Dale, and I think some of you had met her in the past. She was a school teacher. She had 2 master's degrees in education and had many things that she volunteered for. She was a Blue Star mother, and if you don't know what that is, that's a mother of someone that has a military member in their family. And she had 2 sons that were in the Marine Corps and currently has had 1 daughter that is in the Army and is a warrant officer out in the state of Washington. As I mentioned, she was a teacher, and that followed through with a program that she was in charge of and did the curriculum and teaching mentors for a local elementary school in Holt. And she took the task by heart and worked very diligently to make everything work out, working late hours and stuff in the early morning, trying to make sure all the packets were put together and that the mentors and the students would have the information they needed. She also, as I mentioned, was a Blue Star mother. She volunteered her services several times during the month for the VA hospital in Battle Creek as well as Lansing as a greeter, and also going around to the various residents that were there, many of them that had no family or friends that would come to visit. And she would be that friendly face that came there to greet them and talk to them and be an encouragement to them. And as I say, I met her family at the first time for Christmas this past year, and except for one family member, but Melissa is in Madison, just outside Madison, Wisconsin. She's a lawyer for the state legislature there, and her husband, JR, is a professor at not U of M, University of Wisconsin, and their family. And to be recognized as a friend in Wisconsin, you have to have one of these. And so I was accepted into the family. Her second child is Amanda, and she also is a corporate lawyer doing copyright work with a major law firm in the Detroit area. Her son, Jonathan, which is the one I met at the funeral last Saturday, is a deputy in Applegate, just outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin. And the next son is, and he was a Marine. And her next son, Matthew, who is just in the process of returning back to this area, was also a Marine. And and will be working in the Battle Creek area for a corporation. And then her youngest daughter, the one I just mentioned, that was Rebecca, and she is a warrant officer. And throughout her training, she's always been first in her class in all the various schools that she's had to attend. That compounded the week last Wednesday when Charlie Kirk passed away and was murdered, and many people are heartbroken over this, but his legacy, like Marcia's, will continue. The following day, on Thursday, the memorial services for 9/11 personnel was a reminder of the loss of life that evil can bring about in the world. And then yesterday, I found out early this morning that Rick Jones, our former sheriff and state legislator and state senator, his wife passed away also. And then hearing tonight about one of our Eaton County employees that has passed away. So it has not been an easy week and a half for everyone. And I just wanted to recognize those lives publicly. And for Charlie and Marcia, their faith in Jesus Christ is what lingers on in my heart also. And I thank you, and I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Well said. Anyone else? All right, well, I'm going to finish up, and I want to thank all of you again for going through this budget process. I know there was times there was, some tension, but overall, I think we worked well together, and I appreciate every one of you, and I think there was good communication, and going forward, I would like to see that continue, and I think it will. But really, this budget started in the beginning of 2023. We made some decisions back then that we were hoping were going to lead to a better outcome, so we wouldn't have to make these decisions that we did this year. That didn't happen. That's unfortunate from my perspective, but we did, I think, the best that we could do. And I think going forward, we're going to be in a good place, and barring we don't have any more setbacks from revenue sharing or anything else. But I want to thank staff, because it was a lot of work, these last 2 years. And I really appreciate all the extra hours that were put into every detail of contracts, negotiations, just every little bit that went into getting us to this point. Obviously, we have angered some people, and we understand that. We wish we didn't have to make those decisions. But everyone that works here, we appreciate you. We hope that you plan to stay and continue to contribute to the county and do what you do. And so hopefully next budget year will be a little lighter, but we'll see. You never know. So that's done with commissioner comment. Any unfinished business?
No, sir.
Any old business?
No, sir.
Any new business?
No, sir.
All right, that brings us to our second limited public comment. If you'd like to address the board, please approach the podium and state your name and keep it to 3 minutes, please.
Bill Hendry, MSU Extension. First of all, though it's very difficult on us, and it's going to be, I do want to join in thanking you all for your hard work. I do understand the difficult choices that you have had to make. I want to commend you for honoring the employees of the county. I know there's no people that would be more thrilled with that than the staff down in our office. So thank you for doing that for them as well. We're stubborn, and so we'll be around. I try to think creatively. We'll think creatively. If there's any opportunity, ability to work with the county, continue that work, we will do that. I just want you to know that.
Thank you, Bill. Is there anyone else?
I just want to take a moment. My name is Liz Walby, and I work in the Technology Services Department. And I put in words and sent an email to Commissioner Mott, because I know how to get a little bit emotional, so I just wanted to say a few things, though, to the county board and the commissioners. I wish to express, as an employee of the county, my sincerest appreciation to the Board of Commissioners. I have been an employee with Eaton County for almost 15 years. I actually started in 2010 as a part-time employee in the county clerk's office. And believe it or not, my position was eliminated back in 2011, and I was actually laid off from the county at that time. So coming from that standpoint, seeing this transition that we were going through, I am amazed at how you guys handled this, and I am proud of what you guys have done, if I can actually say that. I came back to Eaton County because of how I was treated here and how I was appreciated, and I have been here for 15 years since then. Well, almost. I'm a little short. But I just want to say that as an employee here, Eaton County is my home. Well, for now. But I just want to say that I have seen these budgets come through. I have seen the struggles, and I am just really proud of how everybody has handled themselves and has approached this. Employees understand that the county's current is in a current transitional state, and we appreciate the awareness that this board is taking, as well as the controller's office. We are observing it. We are seeing it. Controller Sobey has said from the very beginning, time and time again, that we have to have open communication, open discussions regarding all of these issues. And I believe that she has been true to her word regarding that. Chairman Mott has also said he needs to be open, and everyone is always willing to come to them. And I firmly believe that we are in capable hands to set our future course with thoughtful plans and true vision, with plans set with dates, times, and a real good-looking and positive future. I'm not saying that there isn't still going to be challenges. The challenges that we have faced this past year, it isn't necessarily going to end. We have a lot of tasks at hand. As we continue to work for a streamlined version of what our governmental services are going to look like. And I believe our employees are ready to face that challenge. I believe our board is ready to face that challenge. I believe our administration is ready to face that challenge. And I want to just say, I have seen this board leave no stone unturned. as they continue to work and do what's right for the residents of Eaton County, as well as I am a resident. So I want to appreciate your tenacity on everybody's standpoint. So thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Is there anyone else?
Hello, Commissioners. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that, Liz. So I wasn't planning on speaking, but you guys were given an impossible task. You cut internally, you cut externally, but you passed a budget that protected your employees, your staff that work here for you and for the residents of this county. And though help might not be imminent for some of those offices that need more staff, our jobs are still here. And we like our jobs. We like the challenge, we like the work. This is a form of public service. I was hired a bit over 2 years ago, and I was told from the first interview, it's probably gonna get rough. Okay, it's gonna get rough, and at the end of it, hopefully, maybe you'll get to keep your job, but no guarantees. That was a challenge. And it's not lost on me how difficult it was for you to look all of us in the eye over these last several years, knowing imminently what's coming. If we can't get more revenue, we're gonna have to cut. It's gonna make who stays life's a little more difficult, and it also might mean you're gonna lose your job. And that's tough. But through all that, in the controller's office, and everybody, I know every director and every staff here would say it, we had Connie. And she's so mad at me right now. But I have to thank Controller Sobey, because you led us through this. And I'm not just saying thank you for staying the night, every night here in the county, working countless hours, weekends, overnights. You led us through this. I always give you that silly analogy of you're on a white horse and you're trying to save us all. You did it. We passed a budget. And I still get to work here. And I love my job. And I'm so happy to work here. But thank you, Connie, for leading us through this. Thank you, Chairman Mott, who, after countless nights speaking at every township, city, village, chamber meeting, Rotary meeting, or just a group of really angry residents that had every right to be angry, afterwards, we're walking to our cars, you look at me and say, you all right? You okay? That meant the world. Your leadership meant the world through this. And I'd be remiss if I didn't also thank your Eaton County Prosecutor, Doug Lloyd, for all the work he did every night trying to fight to get more revenue for this county. And so I knew from the first moment here that my tenure might be short and that this would be hard, but I'm so happy that you passed a budget with your employees in mind, and I get to stick around a little longer. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan.
Good evening, everybody. I will not be as eloquent as either of your prior speakers, but I did just want to thank you for the opportunity to serve as a member of the Eaton County Administrative Team, and a big thank you to Connie. I will also say, in my interview process, because I started about 6-7 months before Logan, she was also very honest. You know, I came from East Lansing, and so she's like, so we've got pension issues and budget issues. I was like, oh yeah, no, I get that. I'm used to that, because East Lansing also has problems that they're dealing with too. But that did not prep me for the next 2.5 years at Eaton County. And part of it being different units of government, different taxation allowances allowed under state law. We can't do an income tax, right? Which is an outlet afforded to cities that counties just don't have. But part of it too was, I think it was the timing of it. Connie came on in January 2023, and it was an immediate crisis, right? And you all treated it like that, and you took the necessary steps that were difficult, and that included discussions with commissioners that are no longer serving on this board. And it was a movement. It took data, it took analyzing, and it took a lot of staff time and a lot of work. We like to joke that Logan didn't have any gray hair when he started here. But I would just say, for the employees that have been here, And for the members of the community, the discussion has been that the county's always had these problems, but they finally came to a head, and we didn't have any federal funds that would allow us to continue to limp along. And it's been a sprint from that moment to where we're at now. And we've got aches, we've got pains, the employees were out of breath. It's like that. And the amazing thing about public servants is we're gonna go home, have a night of rest, eat some spaghetti, and then tomorrow we pick up the marathon and we keep going. Because that's what a budget is. It's one step done, but then you immediately move on to the next. We move right into the audit that Melissa and Connie are already diligently prepping with in concert with the treasurer's office and the drain office. It's not something that just ends. So I want the community to know that too, that this is just another page in a story that will keep going. And it's a pleasure to serve, and it's a heck of an undertaking, but we appreciate the opportunity to serve. I think your fund balance policy, your commitment to going after the unfunded liability with MERS, those are the types of commitments that have been absent from these halls for too long, and you made them a cornerstone of your budget, and I think that will reflect good deeds moving into the future. So you're on a 10-year plan that you'll start see bearing fruit, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 years, but that's what it's going to be. So you've planted a field, I look forward to seeing it grow.
Thank you, Ben.
Hi, Claudine Williams. I'm the Director of Intergovernmental Affairs and Development. I, as Logan, did not plan on speaking tonight, but, you know, Liz kind of inspired everybody, I gotta say. I have been here 25 years next month, so needless to say, I have been through several budgets. I have been through ups and downs, but nothing like you all had to go through this year. I'm so very thankful for the leadership of Chair Mott and all of you commissioners throughout this entire process. I truly believe because of the leadership of Chair Mott, you as commissioners, employees, all of the employees who collaborated and cooperated and helped us get through this challenging time. I truly believe that wouldn't have happened without the leadership of Controller Sobey. She's gonna be really mad at me now too. The leadership that she put in place, the leadership that she gives everybody to be able to do their jobs, and the autonomy she gives people to do their jobs and to not micromanage. That just couldn't have been done with prior boards and prior administration. So thankful to all of you and the jobs that you have done, to Chair Mott, to Connie, to everybody else, Ben, Melissa. I'll just leave it with hard things can be done, and I'm so glad that you all made it through and that we got through this process together as a team. That's commissioners and everybody, a team, everybody here at the county. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudine. Anybody else?
Barbara Rogers, a former commissioner. I wasn't going to talk, but I didn't want to disappoint you. No, I just would like to thank Connie and all of you commissioners for the job you are doing. I know it's not easy because I've been there, done that. And I appreciate you. And I can go back out in my community again and because I did support this millage, and I let them know I supported the millage, and how they voted, I had no control. But I let them know that anything that's going on over to the county, if it's not like it used to be, did you go vote, and how did you vote? Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. Anybody else? All right, with that, we are adjourned until Wednesday, October 15th. Thank you very much.